Tonight, inspired by disaster comes an amazing invention to save lives. A dentist who operates on himself and a handicapped golfer better than most pros. That's incredible. Then,
Slow Lynn.
from a child bride in Kentucky
Are you leaving?
There ain't nothing for me in Kentucky, Loretta.
to country music's biggest star, the network television premiere, Sissy Spacek's Oscar-winning role, Coal Miner's Daughter.
Tonight, on All My Children, Nina Cortlandt Warner, in love with one man and challenged by another.
Don't forget who you're talking to, Mr. Jacoby.
Oh, well, I am sorry, Madam President.
But anger turns to friendship.
Why don't we order room service? We'll have it up here. How does that sound? Unless, what, you don't trust me, right?
What Nina decides could change her marriage forever.
This is really a gorgeous briefcase. Thanks.
Intimate friends. On All My Children, weekdays.
The People's Court today at 4:30.
Dun, 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 dun. Butterscotch sundae.
Oh, that looks terrific, Mitzi.
You deserve it.
What for? Oh, I made a fool of myself today in court.
Cliff, I am not kidding. Whenever you feel rotten, eat something sinful. Go ahead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, if I can feel depressed after one of these, can I have another one?
Maybe. Now here is a happy person.
No butterscotch sundae for you.
Hi.
Have you guys seen this?
What is it?
This is a special feature on the opening of the Whitney Theater. We got the whole page.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, there's a picture of you.
Yeah, with Sky Whitney. Not bad.
Yeah, we look okay.
Who are the other guys?
That's the acting company, the ones that are doing our first production.
Oh, they're really good, too.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, I just know, that's all. I mean, Jim wouldn't hire a bunch of duds, would he?
You don't have to cover, Mitzi. I saw you at the rehearsal this morning.
Well, you know, I just thought I'd stop by, see what was going on.
Well, you're welcome to come anytime. You too, Cliff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's just one thing I don't understand. I mean, I've never heard of any of these guys. I thought they would all be famous names.
Well, who'd you expect? Movie stars?
These guys are just as talented as any movie star.
Well, I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of neat if you had one famous name.
Well, if we need a big celebrity, we could go over to Valerie's. She's got one of there now.
Now?
A big celebrity?
Yeah. She called me this morning and said she was putting the studio off limits while she was shooting some big celebrity, some hush-hush portrait.
Well, did she tell you who it is?
No, I don't think she even knows herself.
Well, that really is a hush-hush portrait.
Boy, I would love to see who she's got in that studio.
Why can't I make you understand that the man that was in those bandages I didn't know was Jeff Brown?
Ridiculous. You knew Brown at San Moritz. You were friends, lovers.
That's not true. I dated Skylar Whitney in San Moritz.
Look, we're not concerned about your love life, Miss Bryson, but our information says that you were acquainted with Brown prior to his arrival at your father's clinic.
Well, I only knew him slightly.
You knew him well enough to guide him to your father's clinic for the surgery.
And you met him there later on when he was using an assumed name.
I did no such thing. I thought that man's name was Jim Diedrichson, a wounded Marine.
Which just also happens to be the name of your current lover. You must think we're very stupid, Miss Bryson.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I do, because you keep asking me these questions which I cannot answer.
You knew the man for over 3 months. You must have learned something about him.
I learned about a man who never existed.
Oh, George, can't you see she's rehearsed these lies over and over?
I'm sure she's going to be reasonable, my dear.
Oh, no, she's not. She's going to feed us this stuff ad nauseum. Well, I'm not going to wait.
Look, Miss Bryson, why don't you sit down? Perhaps if I explain things a little bit more fully, it would help. Please.
All right, fine. I'd appreciate that.
You know, you really wouldn't be hurting your country if you told us the truth. You see, this is a matter of such vital interest to the security of America that the chief executive has gone outside regular channels and formed a task force outside all regular agencies.
Fine.
I know you find that hard to believe. But believe me when I tell you that the phone book is the single most sensitive document in existence, and unless we find it...
Well, I found something. It's in the dark room. It's acid. It might be interesting to see what would happen to that pretty face if you developed it a little. No! George, get
pounds you ever make.
All right, but can't we talk without all these threats?
If I let you go, do you promise not to scream?
Yes, I promise.
Don't be a fool, George. She won't talk without threats.
How do you expect me to talk to you about something I don't know anything about?
You see?
Wait. You know, I think I can show you something that might be of help to you.
Something about Jefferson Brown?
Yes.
About another mysterious diary, I hope.
No, these are photographs that I have.
Well, what good will they do?
Well,
Never mind, Yvonne. Look, these photographs, are they of Brown and his bandages in Lucerne?
Yes.
Well, is there anybody else in the photographs, like visitors, anyone like that?
Yes, he had visitors at the clinic. I have pictures of them all. They're in this file.
Darling, George.
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we?
Well, here they are.
Oh, these are just negatives.
Yeah, but I could print them up in no time.
You do it now, and do it quickly.
Go with her, George, you idiot. She's lying.
Miss Bryson, I don't want to get ugly with you, but I will if I have to. You open this door.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Gleam, the toothpaste made for adults. It fights cavities and adult bad breath. And by Tide. The extra action in Tide means dirt can't hide.
How far does a mom have to go to see her kids clean?
All the way to Tide Country, where a toughest test of clean is below the age of 10, and the same clothes get dirty over and over again.
My extra action kid needs an extra action Tide.
Kids can be tough all around. Even Pink and Sweet has trouble keeping neat, so go ahead and splat them, splotch them, splash them, splatter them. Claim your spot, Tide, get some clean. Tide's action-packed, one tough clean, and if it'll clean these kids' clothes, it'll clean most anything. Here's your joy and pride. Same kids, same clothes, spanking clean with Tide.
An extra action kid needs an extra action Tide. Tide Country!
Claim your spot, Tide, get some clean.
They assault. These are the enemies of the adult mouth. And here is what they leave behind. The food, the film, the bacteria that can cause adult bad breath and cavities. And this is the adult strength toothpaste tough enough to clean up the adult mouth. Gleam. Gleam works three ways. First, Gleam helps strip away food and film with an exclusive cleaning formula. Then Gleam fights mouth odors with 7 breath protectors, and Gleam helps protect against cavities with proven fluoride protection. So eat and drink like an adult, but protect your mouth with Gleam, the adult strength defense that fights the enemies of your mouth.
No, I am not kidding. It was Al Pacino who got out of the taxi cab. No, it was. I was getting in as Al Pacino was getting out. I asked the cab driver, and, well, he said he didn't know, but...
Who didn't know?
The cab driver.
Well, there's a great reason to go to New York. I mean, imagine getting in a cab and having Al Pacino.
Okay, hot stuff. Listen to this. I'm buying an ice cream cone, right? I turn around, and guess who's standing right behind me? Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Whoa! Gets his own ice cream, huh? What a guy.
Oh, no, I'm not sure it was Mick Jagger.
Well, what kind of ice cream did he order?
Rocky Road.
Well, then it couldn't have been Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger wouldn't order Rocky Road. He'd get, strawberry chiffon.
Mitzi, I thought you were stage-struck, not star-struck.
Oh, well, I guess I'm a little bit of both. I mean, ever since I was a little girl, I had dreams of coming face to face with a really big star, you know?
Well, you will. Probably in your bathroom mirror.
Well, somehow I doubt that. I think I better just give up on that dream. Okay, if you guys will excuse me, I am gonna go change.
Oh, wait, hey, don't change. Stay the way you are.
Yeah.
She's really taking this thing hard, isn't she?
Yeah. Jim, I was depending on you to get her a part in this play.
Cliff, there's nothing. I promise you, there's nothing.
Can't you put in a scene about a restaurant or something?
There's no restaurants in this one.
Well, what about a street scene? She'd make a great flower seller.
Look, there's only one set, and it's a dining room.
Well, that's it. A maid. No, really, it doesn't have to be any lines. It could be that old dinner is served routine.
This is a middle-class family in England. There's no maid.
Doesn't look good, huh?
I've got to do what's best for the play. You understand?
Yeah, sure. I understand. Guess we should be thankful that we got a theater, huh? And we do. Boy, just Sky Whitney never thought we could get it together in less than a year. He must have been really surprised.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think he likes it much either.
Yeah?
You know what that guy had the gall to ask me?
What?
If I'd stop seeing Val.
He asked you that?
Yeah. It was more like a threat than a request.
Wait a minute, a threat? What did he threaten you with?
Guess.
The theater. He said he'd take the theater away?
Well, he kind of backed down after I laughed in his face, but there's no telling what that guy's got up his sleeve.
Hi, baby. You should have been at the dinner party the other evening.
Oh.
It was a riot.
What a handsome butler you'd make. I think you'd look terrific in a monkey suit.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, listen now. They can't blame me for what went wrong, though. Mr. Whitney asked me to serve dinner. I told him I was no good at playing the butler, but he said everything would be just fine.
Only it wasn't, was it?
Well, it wasn't a total disaster. Wilhelmina didn't have anything ready for dinner, and when she did, I took my own sweet time about taking it to the table.
You have really some nerve. I mean, wasn't Mr. Whitney angry with you?
What, are you kidding? I blamed it on Wilhelmina. Only, I could not blame the pouring of the soup down Valerie Bryson's, you-know-what.
You did what?
Well, it was just a little accident, if you know what I mean, huh?
You are fabulous. What made you do that?
You know, I could swear that Sky Whitney was just about to propose to that little blonde
Are you
cutie.
kidding? It's gone that far?
Well, it sounded like that to me. That's the reason why I thought it was time for a little drastic action, you know?
You can't follow him around with a bowl of soup.
Yeah, you're right. I'll start thinking it's a little peculiar, right?
Oh, what a horrible thought. That woman, mistress of this house.
Hey, listen. Having any woman a boss around this house is a horrible thought.
Hey, listen, don't give me that. What about Raven? She's exactly what we need here. Oh, she'd be a miracle here. The first thing she'd do, she'd fire Spencer.
You're dreaming, honey. Spencer is no longer a house servant. He's a money man, you know?
Well, she'd still insist that Mr. Whitney fire him, and he would. And you know you'd love that.
Well, stop kidding yourself, baby. No, if Mr. Whitney wants to marry that little simp, Valerie Bryson, there's nothing that you and I can do about it.
Oh, no?
Hey. Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Nancy. Raven's still asleep.
Well, I'm not surprised. She must be exhausted.
Yes, she is. We'll just have to talk to her later, dear.
Well, Geraldine, all things considered, I don't know if this story really should get into print, because it just might turn out to be one of those stories that should never be made public.
Shine it up, shine it down, spread that glass, plus shine around, shine all around.
If I've got to clean, I want something to show for it. I clean with Glass Plus and show off the shine. Windows to chrome, plus a whole lot more. Look anywhere in my house. There's a shine all around.
Shine it here, shine it there. Glass Plus shines up everywhere.
It shines glass, plus a whole lot more.
Who could forget fresh, hot Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies?
How many chips were there? Zillions.
How do you know?
Because me and Mom baked some.
Really? You made hot chocolate chip cookies?
Real hot. All those chips were melting all over. Then I broke one. And like the chips were everywhere.
I can't stand it.
Then what? I ate it.
Who wouldn't eat chocolate chip cookies fresh and hot?
And Pillsbury says it best.
Nancy, it is very evident there are many confidential aspects of this whole business.
There are, Geraldine, believe me.
And just the same, if these confidential aspects affect Raven, as they have recently, then she ought to be protected.
Yes, especially against people like that George Foley. No one knows specifically why he's involved.
Well, it's all mixed up with Jefferson Brown, obviously. That's why those people tormented Raven, because they thought she knew everything there was to know about the man she married. I just hope those monsters realize what a mistake they made.
Well, Mike thinks that they do. He thinks that they're convinced that she didn't know about her husband's career, at least before they met.
A career in espionage.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be the indication, although no one knows for sure.
Perhaps they're just not saying.
Geraldine, I understand that you know Ian Devereaux.
Yes, the Devereaux were friends of Gordon's brother.
Sky's father.
Yes. The boys, Ian and Skylar, grew up together. Or at least they spent a good deal of their young lives together.
Ah, where was that?
Well, most of the year in Newport News and summers in the south of France.
Ah. I understand that there was something of a reunion recently.
Yes. It was rather touching, too. Although I don't think Raven thought so.
I find it rather interesting that she was rescued by Sky's friend.
Yes. And I find it rather interesting that Ian Devereaux telephoned Raven 1, 2, 3 times.
There's not much question about it. Judging from George Foley's interest in that diary, the man he's tracking is Jefferson Brown.
Question is, what legacy did Brown leave behind?
Left behind a widow, for one thing.
Yes, and she almost lost her own life thanks to Foley's interest in her late husband.
Well, if Foley is an espionage agent, the chances are that Jefferson Brown was, too.
That bothers you, doesn't it, David?
It bothers me, and you know why.
Because of the Fowler-Wilcox case?
Why did I give Brown that clearance? Why?
How old am I? I'm 25. So am I.
One of these swimmers is not 25, but 34. She's Mary Lou Kenworthy, mother of 2. Can you pick her out? They both look so young. But let's see their hands. They look young, too.
I think my hands need as much care as the rest of me, so they deserve Ivory Liquid for dishes. The name Ivory has always meant mildness to me, and I know I can trust it to treat my hands gently. I love the feel of the rich, mild suds. They help my hands stay young-looking, even with all the dishes I do.
That's right. Lab tests show Ivory is mildest of all leading dishwashing liquids. Still can't tell who's 34.
It's me, Mary Lou. I'm 34.
Well, you sure look young.
Thanks. I think swimming helps.
And what helps your hands look so young?
My hands? Oh, Ivory Liquid. The mildness helps a lot. I'd never use anything else.
Mild Ivory Liquid helps hands look young.
If only you could hear what people think.
Like to be her pen pal.
Nice. Too bad he's scratching his head. Could be dandruff. Sure get a lot of junk mail.
That little itch could be showing people you have dandruff. But Head & Shoulders handles that itch, so all that shows is hair that's soft and shiny clean.
Well, 3A? Oh, 3B.
Try Head & Shoulders shampoo and show off your hair, not the itch of dandruff, in regular and conditioning formulas.
David, I'm sure you had good reason for lifting suspicion from Brown.
We thought so at the time.
Did Brown have equal access to the missing documents?
Oh, yes, no doubt about it. He could have slipped them into his briefcase as readily as Fowler-Wilcox probably did.
And since you knew that?
Since we knew it, we investigated Brown as carefully as we did his boss.
Yes, but of course, he must have had a security clearance long before all this started.
But there was something else involved. Something I've only told one person in town, which frankly wasn't easy.
Who was that?
Damian Tyler.
What did you tell him?
That the documents were found almost immediately afterwards.
Found? Where?
In Fowler-Wilcox's own home, in his safe, concealed among mortgage papers and the like.
You're crying out loud. So that's why you were so sure that it was him.
And Wilcox committed suicide a few hours after the discovery. As far as we were concerned, the case was closed.
And you kept it closed, didn't you?
We saw no reason to cause any more pain for the family.
What do you think now that all this business about Jefferson Brown has come to the surface?
Now I'm beginning to arrive at a new theory, wouldn't you?
Right now, I'd be wondering if Fowler Wilcox hadn't been framed.
By Jefferson Brown.
I'm afraid it's only too possible.
All right. For what reason? Why would he do a thing like that?
Well, what we're afraid of is he might have been creating a diversion, taking something far more valuable out of the country.
Such as what?
We don't know for sure. All we know is it's awfully important to a man calling himself George Foley.
I hope you don't think you can stay in there all day, Miss Bryson. Remember, you're the one that closed up your photo studio, so if you've got some idea that a custodian or someone is going to come and rescue you...
Yes, Brown's photo studio. And please tell Chief Mallory that it's George Foley.
Now stay calm. I'll call Mallory. There's a police car in the area.
Okay, please tell them to hurry. Oh, please tell them to hurry.
Are you lying to me? Answer me, damn it!
You're going to shout yourself hoarse, George.
Shut up, Yvonne. Look, Miss Bryson, why don't listen to my proposition. Those necklaces, why don't you just print them up and then slip the photos under the door? We will, I swear we will. We mean no harm to you. What do you say to that, Miss Bryson?
What's the matter with you, George? She's bluffing. She doesn't have any pictures.
I've got to get her out of there.
And if she did, she'd probably destroy them in there.
But I've got to get her out.
Well, we can't starve her out. Why don't we burn her out?
Great idea. Bryson, I have some bad news for you. I'm sorry to take extreme measures, but you leave me no other choice. We're going to set your little studio on fire.
Burn me out? Oh, my God. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Lock it up against the door. So
wait. Stay calm. I can't think. Oh, please, come here. Please.
Combustible materials you have in there. Not a very pleasant ending for you, but great for yourself.
Please, don't.
Are you willing to listen to reason?
Yes. Yes, wait. I'll come out.
Tell her to come out now.
We want you to come out now, Miss Bryson.
This police car pulling out.
Where? Go out the back exit.
Hi, I'm Mitzi Watson. I'm George Brown.
Tidy Cat 3 is a hard-working pack box fella. Oh, Tidy Cat 3. When you go, One. It deodorizes better. Two. Absorbs like a real go-getter. Three. It leaves a clean, fresh scent. Tidy Cat 3. Got three-way odor controller. So when you go, It's one hard-working cat box filler.
I do it every day. Buff Puff. I do it with my favorite soap. Buff Puff is a non-medicated spongy pad created by a dermatologist to uncover clean, glowing skin. Buff Puff helps gently remove makeup, dirt, dead skin cells, and uncovers you. You may have read about some movie stars using Buff Puff. Well, I do it every day, and I'm not even a movie star. Yet.
Get glowing every day with Buff Puff.
One Life to Live, a shootout brings danger to Dorian.
Go ahead, get yourself killed. See if I can.
You're getting awfully unpleasant, and I don't like you when you're unpleasant.
One Life to Live, weekdays.
Valerie, I'm so sorry this had to happen to you. Here, you should sit down.
Oh, God, Mitzi. I've never been so happy to see anyone in my whole life.
Believe it. I came here thinking I was going to find somebody famous like Mick Jagger, and I walk in and there's this whole thing going on.
Valerie, are you all right?
Yes, I'm okay. I'll probably have a nervous breakdown before morning, but otherwise...
Valerie, what happened? Where'd they go? Did you see?
Well, they just ran out. I'm surprised you
Just
didn't.
now? Ed,
you downstairs.
Valerie, do you know what they were after? Did they tell you what they wanted?
Well, it had something to do with Jeff Brown and my father's clinic in Switzerland and that whole thing.
Mike, young ladies.
Oh, Mitzi,
I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just came down here because I thought there would be a big celebrity and I wanted to get his autograph.
Mitzi, would you mind leaving us, please?
No, I think it might be a good idea. Valerie, I'll see you.
I think we may have to call you a bit later. I'll get to the restaurant. Valerie.
What did they say? You sure this was George Foley?
Yes, I'm sure it was him. And there was a woman with him.
What was her name, Yvonne?
That's what he called her. God, Mike, she was awful. And they kept insisting that I was Jeff Brown's accomplice and that I knew about some document that he had.
What do you say about the document? What?
But you know what I did? I told them that I had some pictures of Jeff with visitors in the clinic. You know, but I didn't have any. They were just shots in the sun.
Hey, take it
and I was
easy,
in
take
the
it
dark
easy.
room.
Try to stay calm. Now, look, just answer our questions as simply as you can, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any idea what they were after? Did they describe it?
It was something that Jeff Brown had. And Foley said that he'd changed his face because of it. And then he mentioned something about a phone book.
A phone book? Good God.
What is it, David?
The one thing we feared the most. We're in big trouble.
Suddenly, I'm the best cookie baker because I've got Jell-O pudding, the cookie maker. It makes my cookies
moister, chewier, yummier than ever.
Just follow the recipe. Add Jell-O instant pudding, the cookie maker, and your homemade oatmeal and chocolate chip cookies will be
Moister, chewier, yummier than ever.
I'll bet your family calls you
the best cookie maker.
With Jell-O brand instant pudding, the cookie maker.
You said roast beef, right? Here's something special to go with it. Stovetop stuffing for beef. Stuffing with beef? City people. We like potatoes with beef. It's new. Got carrots in it, onions, real beef broth. They're gonna want potatoes. Let's make both and let the family decide.
This stuffing's great.
Stuffing with beef. Lovely.
How come we never have stuffing with beef, Jane?
We will. It's wonderful.
Instead of potatoes, new stovetop stuffing for beef.
Tonight, see the incredible leap. A skydiver jumps at 10,000 feet without a parachute. And learn about an important new invention that could save lives in air disasters on an all-new That's Incredible. Then, she was a coal miner's daughter who grew up to be one of America's favorite singers, Sissy Spacek, in her Oscar-winning performance as Loretta Lynn. Coal Miner's Daughter, the ABC Monday night movie.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, records. More people are listening and enjoying, but fewer are buying. What's behind the falling sales that have the record industry crying the blues? ABC News, recognized by TV Guide as the most trusted television news organization.
Is television as bad for our children as some researchers would have us believe? Maybe, but maybe not. This week, TV Guide helps you decide.
This is Stormfield. Coming up for you on the 5 o'clock edition of Eyewitness News, the story of a Connecticut man trying to prevent his girlfriend from having an abortion. We'll have a complete report for you, and we'll have this.
This is a New York City subway map. You're on the purple line. You have to get to the green line. Good luck. That's why the Transit Authority has come up with something new. I'm Mara Walensky. I'll have the story.
We'll also have the latest in the Tylenol scare, and Joel Siegel reviews the new movie, Tex, at 5. Join us.
Miss Evans, I brought you a softer tissue. New Kleenex Soft Teak. I always use these. Honest, they're softer.
Not softer than mine.
Oh, is Soft Teak tissue really softer? Really? See? Only
Man, Bill Butel reports on a new diversion, and it's called the National Survival Game.
War is not a game.
Is it a sign of our troubled times?
Watch Power Dressing at 5.
And Death Games at 6.